Broken car, a hidden path, a village lost in time. David thought he found help, but what he discovered was a place where no one leaves alive. What would you do if you stumbled into a village that doesn't exist on any map, where the people smile but hide a deadly secret? Tonight, David's curiosity drags him into whispers of the dead, a curse centuries old, and a fight to escape before the village claims his soul. Stay tuned till the end, because this story will haunt you long after it ends. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you love chilling mysteries. The night crept in faster than they expected. David and his three friends, Kelvin, Sarah, and Michael, were returning from a countryside trip when the car sputtered, shook, and died on a lonely road. Kelvin kicked the tire. Brilliant, just brilliant. Now we're stranded in the middle of nowhere. Sarah checked her phone. No signal. What do we do now? Michael groaned. We wait. Someone will pass eventually. But David's eyes caught something. A narrow dirt path, almost hidden by grass, leading into the woods. The last rays of the sun seemed to glow strangely along it. Look, David said, that road might lead to a village. We could get help. Kelvin frowned. That path? No way. It looks like a scene from a horror movie. Sarah crossed her arms. David, don't even think about it. We're staying right here. Michael added, man, haven't you gotten into enough trouble already? Remember the old house you fell through? Remember the river incident? You never learn. But David's heart raced. Curiosity burned stronger than fear. You guys can wait here if you want. I'm checking it out. Sarah grabbed his arm. David, please, just stay. You're always chasing shadows. He gently pulled away. Relax, I'll be back. And before they could stop him, he disappeared into the dark path. Sarah whispered, one day his curiosity will get him killed. None of them knew how close she was to the truth. The dirt road twisted endlessly under David's feet. Trees loomed overhead like watchmen. Just when he thought about turning back, faint lights flickered ahead.
A village? But why wasn't it on any map? Why had none of the locals mentioned it earlier? Wooden houses with straw roofs, smoke rising from chimneys, and people in old-fashioned clothes filled the square. They smiled warmly, greeting him with bows. Welcome, Sir Traveler, one said. The warmth should have eased him, but something in their eyes unsettled him. Their smiles didn't quite reach their eyes. An old man approached. Remember this, traveler. No one leaves after dark. David forced a laugh. Why not? The man's face turned grave. Because the night keeps what it touches. David suddenly wished he had listened to Sarah. They gave him food, bread, soup, and milk, and a room in the inn. The candlelit walls felt centuries old. He asked about electricity, cars, or phones, but they only stared blankly. At night, he couldn't sleep. Whispers drifted outside. He doesn't know yet. Don't tell him. Once he knows, he's bound forever. David's chest tightened. He crept to the window. Something tapped against it. A pale face stared in from the darkness, then vanished. Morning brought no comfort. Children played with wooden toys. Women scrubbed clothes by the river. Men tilled soil with oxen. David asked one woman, "Why don't you use modern tools?" She looked puzzled. What are modern tools? Later, he asked a boy the date. Year of our Lord, 1821, he chirped. David froze. 2 centuries ago. He grabbed his phone, but the screen was dead. The villagers whispered, "A demon's box!" David's curiosity had finally dragged him somewhere it shouldn't.
By now, David knew something was deeply off. He tried to leave, retracing his steps. The dirt road stretched endlessly. But no matter how far he walked, he always circled back to the village square. Frustrated, he ran, his breath burning in his chest. He marked trees with stones, only to find the same marked trees staring back at him hours later. Then came the forest. The villagers had warned him not to enter the woods, but desperation pushed him forward. The trees grew thicker, the air colder. Whispers slithered between the branches. Shadows moved, though nothing was there. Suddenly, something grabbed his leg. He stumbled, and the ground beneath him opened like a pit. Roots twisted around his arms and ankles, dragging him down into black soil. He clawed desperately, mud filling his mouth as he gasped. Just when he thought he would suffocate, a hand yanked him upward. Gasping, he looked. It was Eliza, the strange girl who had been watching him from afar. "You shouldn't have come here," she whispered, eyes full of sadness. "The forest feeds on those who try to escape."
David coughed violently, shaken to his core. For the first time, he truly believed he might not leave this place alive. Behind him, the pit sealed itself, leaving no trace. The girl's name was Eliza. "You're alive," she said softly. "We are not." David's breath caught. "What do you mean?" Her eyes shone with sorrow. "The village burned in 1821. Everyone here died, but we don't remember dying. We think we're alive." She told him of the curse. The villagers once burned travelers alive, accusing them of witchcraft. With their dying breaths, the travelers cursed the land. "You will never rest. You will never let a traveler leave." David's stomach twisted. Eliza whispered, "Unless the truth is confessed, you will stay here until you forget you were ever alive." Eliza explained, "The only way to break it is confession, but they will never believe you. If you tell them, they will kill you." David's voice shook. "So I'm trapped?" "Yes," she whispered, "unless you risk everything." Outside, the church bell rang. No one was inside. The sound echoed like a warning. Time was running out. David snapped. In the village square, he shouted, "You're all dead! This place burned centuries ago!" When David finally shouted the truth in the village square, chaos erupted. Villagers screamed. Some tried to stone him, and others dragged him toward the church, declaring him a blasphemer.
"Silence him," the innkeeper roared, "before he curses us all." They tied his hands and were about to burn him at the altar when Eliza screamed, "Stop! Don't you see? That's what you did before. That's why we're cursed." The firewood was already crackling at David's feet. Flames licked closer. Smoke stung his eyes, and he thought, "So this is how I'll die." Then, one by one, villagers began to tremble as memories of the great fire returned. Their angry shouts turned into wails of guilt. And David, coughing from the smoke, knew he only had seconds left before the fire consumed him. The fire was inches from David's body. Would they untie him or let him burn? At last, the villagers broke. "Forgive us," they sobbed. "We killed the innocent. We cursed ourselves." The fire vanished. The ropes fell from David's hands. Light burst from the villagers, their faces peaceful for the first time in 2 centuries. Eliza touched David's face. "You freed us." Her form shimmered, fading into light. "But, traveler, will you ever learn?" Her voice echoed even after she was gone.
David woke on the main road. His friends were there, shaking him. "Where were you?" Sarah cried. "We searched all night." Michael added,
"We thought you were dead, man." Kelvin stared. "You're pale as a ghost." David turned. The village was gone. Empty fields stretched behind him. Later, as they drove away, Sarah whispered, "You see, David, your curiosity almost killed you this time. Will you ever learn?" David said nothing. Inside, guilt and fear battled his old weakness. Then, his phone buzzed. A notification flashed. Unknown location detected nearby. His hand trembled. His friends chatted, unaware. Would David resist the pull, or would curiosity claim him again? Moral lessons. Curiosity without wisdom is dangerous. Not every mystery is worth exploring. The past must be confessed before peace can be found. Lies and guilt trap both the living and the dead. Friends' warnings should not be ignored. Sometimes those who love us see what we don't. History repeats itself when lessons are not learned. David escaped, but his weakness remained. The truth always sets free, even from centuries-old curses.
Would you have followed that strange road like David, or stayed with your friends? Tell me in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more haunting stories that will keep you awake at night. Remember, sometimes curiosity is the fastest road to danger.